I'm Zach, and you're listening to the Geek Speak Show.
Hold on a second. Once more, with flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Zach Whedon, and you're listening to the Geek Speak Show.
It's compelling! What's gonna happen to these kids? Yes. I agree. Come on. Sure. Here we go.
Okay, let me jump in. I always want to hear that song. Welcome back to the Geek Speak Show. So we're finishing up the Ape and New York Comic Con show, talking to one more artist who's going to be at Ape in San Francisco this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at booth number 836. Her name is Alishea Gibson. She's a graphic art student, going to be showing her stuff, like I said, at booth 836. If you go there, say hello. Let's say hello to her now. Alishea, welcome to the Geek Speak Show.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So the first thing is this going to be your first show, or have you done shows like this before?
I've never done shows like this. This is going to be my first one. I'm super stoked about it. A lot of good stuff. At least I hope so.
Yeah. What made you want to go out to a show like Ape and show your work?
You know, I went last year just as an attendee, and I met so many great artists, and it was so amazing, and everybody's having such a fun time. And a couple of them just encouraged me, you know, hey, you should do this. Like, why not? Your art's good enough. And so I was like, okay. So mostly I just want to go there, get my art out there, and just network and meet other great artists.
Your art is pretty good. I've seen it, and you guys can check it out. Also, alishea.blogspot.com. Have a link on our link section if you guys want to go there directly. Let me tell you, if you guys want to go there directly, it's spelled differently. It's ALISHEA.blogspot.com. You can check out her work on there. Very interesting. Maybe just because I'm older, but to me, it looks like it has that 1950s Disney kind of feel to it. Has it ever been described to you that way?
Yeah, I've gotten I get that in class a lot. But yeah, I love like Golden Age Disney. That's just I guess my parents just love to buy all the old Disney movies, and so I pretty much grew up on all the old Disney movies, so I was heavily inspired by that.
Yes, and so again, she's going to be at Ape booth 836. Tell everybody, tell the attendees who are going to be there, what can they find at your booth?
You can find prints and postcards, calendars. I mean, a lot of paper goods, and hopefully a laugh or two.
So let me ask you the question you probably get a lot. Also, is what do you want to be when you grow up? What are your professional goals ultimately?
My professional goals are I'm looking into going into visual development. I'm studying that right now, and I'm also studying graphic design. So I'm trying to find in my personal work like a way to kind of overlap the two. So you'll see a lot of my work, I use a lot of typography and shapes and colors. And so I'm trying to look for a creative industry that does that. And I think animation does that perfectly. Plus, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an animator so bad. So obviously I was inspired by that.
So if you had a dream project, if you could write your own ticket, what would that be?
If I could write my own... What was that?
If you could do whatever, if you could sit down and write down whatever you want to be, that's what you're going to be for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Oh man, I mean a superhero, of course. But no, I'm just kidding. Honestly, an artist, just somebody who's working with a lot of other creative people. And if I could just live creatively every day, that would be amazing. You know, and just like one thing I love about animation is that you're always challenged, and it's always a new challenge, and you're always finding different ways to tell a story, and that's what I really want to do for the rest of my life. I absolutely love it. So
if you were going to be a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Oh my gosh.
You weren't going to get away that easy.
Yeah. I would probably fly. I think that would be really cool, but also, let's see, being able to move things with your mind, I think that would be really interesting too. You could play a lot of fun practical jokes with that one.
That, and you also don't have to touch a brush or anything when you want to do your work.
Yeah, that would be cool too. Just like, it's done.
Yes. So Ape is going to be your first show. After this, depending on how the experience goes, do you think you want to take your show to, say, like a WonderCon or even the big one, Comic-Con, maybe?
We'll see how this one goes, but I hope so. I mean, that's the goal. If this one goes well, and if I don't pull my hair out with stress, then I think that definitely I would love to go to WonderCon or Comic-Con, and even the CTNA, or was that Creative Talent Network Expo? I think that'd be fun too.
Yeah, I mean, and you were there last year as an attendee. Ape is actually a pretty good show to start off with because get your feet wet, so to speak. Because nothing is like Comic-Con. You know how huge and crazy that one is. But there's some other shows,
yeah, costumes and everything.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier with some other guests. There's a lot of. It's called Comic-Con, but the last thing you find in a Comic-Con is comics, which is a funny thing how that works out. But Ape is a very it's put on by the same people who do Comic-Con, but it's a smaller show. It's a more intimate show, and you actually have time to sit there and talk to the artist. Like you can actually sit there at booth 836 and talk to Alishea and find out. The way I'm talking to her now, you guys can talk to her about, hey, what's this all about? Explain this to me. The other shows, actually, let's stick with Abe. With Abe, are you yourself? I don't know if you'll have a chance to, but do you plan on doing a little bit of networking? Because a lot of collaborations actually take place and start at Ape.
Yes, I would love to. I hope to find someone who is interested in writing comic books and me possibly illustrating them. It's very hard to do that as a student, to find people that have the time, especially where I'm going, have the time to do those kind of things. And so it's like, I would love to network and find someone. Yeah,
so if you're a writer, but you can't draw, well then go head on over to booth 836. Say, hey, Alishea, I can draw, but I can't really do much of it. You two may collaborate, and we'll talk to you guys in the future, whatever comes out of that. So again, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at Ape here in San Francisco. She's going to be at booth 836. Come on by, buy some of her stuff, see some of her stuff, just say hello. And again, alishea.blogspot.com, Alishea. We'll have a link to it on our link section just to make it easy for you guys. Alishea, thanks a lot. We'll see you this weekend at Ape.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on.
The Geek Speak Show will be back in a moment.